All got right. So go started. Welcome back to the Wrestling Around podcast, where it is a return of the most hotly requested subject that we've ever done. What are you shaking your head at, Lou?
I feel like you invented this.
18 people have asked me on 41 different occasions to bring it back.
Mm-hmm.
It is a return of feuds we'd like to see, where basically I give these three random wrestlers, random objects, a random match type, and they have to come up with a feud, an angle, and I decide which is best. But as it's its own show today, which, we was going to do this on a Friday, weren't we? We was going to do 3 shows a week, and this was going to be an half-an-hour show released on a Friday. That never happened.
That's because we tripled the length of the news show.
Yeah, the news went from half an hour to an hour and a half. Yeah. This is gonna be our main show. So essentially, I'll introduce first before I go into the rules. One of my contenders today is the world famous Terry Peters. Terry Peters, how are we doing?
Very good, thank you. Still stretching off after drinking from my big toe.
Genuinely outrageous. You listen to the news, he drank from his big toe, and then he put his foot behind his head after off camera for us only. That's what the most scary thing is.
Usually you've got to pay for that content.
I was just about to say, yeah, you can subscribe to him on OnlyFans.
Yeah,
only Peters.
Only Peters. Subscribe. Subscribe, I guess, if you don't want to see again, it'll make you go blind. Joining me as well is a world class.
The first test, I didn't go blind.
Emmy as well is a world class wrestling journalist in form of Aaron. Aaron, how are we doing?
Yeah, not bad. Not bad.
Are you?
No,
you're
no banner from me this week.
You're normally the king of feuds you'd like to see.
I'm not very happy.
Show, the quality raised. It's fair to say. Are you feeling about tonight?
Not happy about this situation that I've been thrown into with no planning time whatsoever.
Well, so when I came up with feuds I'd like to see as my brainchild, it was supposed to be, it's a rip-off of scenes I'd like to see of Mock the Week, where it just flashes up on the screen. So it was always supposed to be quick time. You had a couple of seconds.
You need time to plan a wrestling show.
I've picked everything for you, but we'll get into that in a second.
You don't call me Tony Khan. I just throw it together on the spot.
Or Vince McMahon, see it works.
He planned. He was changing things up to the last minute.
Exactly. And Lou, you're here as well.
Yeah, I must. Yeah.
How are we doing?
I'm not bad. I watched a YouTube video.
You've got a story about Greg. Go on. Tell you a story about freaking.
No,
Greg.
I think I told you most of it now. I was just really impressed. I watched a lot of random YouTube videos, obviously. Non-wrestling ones now, because the wrestling ones are all the same, except for this one. And it was like American couple who tried Greg's, and I thought it'd be like a classic. Because I've been watching this other thing called Food Wars, right? That started off with an American and a British guy, where they compare fast food restaurants, but then they've had to move on because they've done them all now.
Run out.
The last one was like, what was it? Halal Guys or something, which I've never heard of. So no, they're now doing the same thing again, but with America and India. It's even better. My God, it's great. So no, I thought it was going to one of those, but it was not. It was just this random couple. I think it was just a random vlog. This American couple, they went to Greg's in York. What a day. They got
what did they have?
They got sausage rolls, the vegan. I think one of them was a vegetarian, which kind of it limited it us because they were both excited by the corned beef bake, but then they didn't get one. Which is fine. So, well, they were amazed by the sandwiches because like, oh, do you see it? Ready to go? So there was that. Then they got some vegan sausage rolls, which to be fair, pretty good. I think, even though I'm not a vegan, just look like one. And then, they got the cheese and onion bake. They're impressed by the amount of potato in there. And then the guy got donuts because he was like, I love donut. And then he was just like, oh, actually, it's just an average donut. But the guy was so scared. He was getting his wife to order it because he was so lost in there. He's like, oh my God, they got all these buns and stuff. The video was about 12, 15 minutes because they dissected it to a point of like, they went to a level of detail of Greg's that I did not know existed. But I think the sausage roll one, that got 7 out of 10. They thought that was amazing. Donuts they wouldn't recommend, which makes sense because why would you get a donut from Greg's? Unless you're just getting the rest of your lunch. And I think I don't know what they got. What did that get? About 4 out of 10, I think. And the cheese and onion bake got a 6. So all good stuff.
Yeah. It's a special Christmas pasta that everyone goes on about, isn't it? Is it like a
Festive bake?
festive bake?
Mm.
Yeah.
I don't like it, to be honest.
Right.
No, I don't like cranberry.
Yeah, it's kind of, the cranberry ruins it because it's just when I had one, it was in one corner. It just burnt my gob immediately.
I don't mind cranberry, but
And then
like you say, it's like the McDonald's apple pies, isn't it?
Yeah,
It's just like lava.
Yeah, and then you bite into it, and just it smells like farts.
I'm not a big.
That's
that
just
big a fan of
Christmas, isn't it?
Greggs. I would pick Coupland's all day over Greggs. Yeah.
Coupons.
Sausage rolls too salty.
Nah,
Oh, what? Sausage rolls
are
are great.
fantastic. Ross, come on.
Yeah, too salty.
And steak bakes.
My God, steak bakes are good. The if you feel a bit spicy and a bit exotic, the chicken katsu bake's not bad, you know.
I think the only thing I get is a bacon sandwich and a coffee from Greggs.
You do know. Oh, that was the other amazing thing. They had all that for breakfast. They were like, "Oh, there's a lot of stuff in our arm. They must have just have gone after the breakfast rush." And I was like, you've just not got to lunchtime yet, mate. That's your issue."
Yeah.
That's why there's no sausage, bean, and cheese melts yet.
So
But
if you do it again,
they thought the sausage roll was a breakfast pastry, and nobody corrects them.
if they're doing it again, they need to go at like 1 o'clock.
Yeah, get a baguette.
Yeah. Right. And
an oval bite. They're impressed by the oval bites as well. How could you not be?
Can you remember who they are? Give them a shout out.
Oh, what were they called? All right, it'll be on my YouTube history. They were just called like Midwestern Americans or something.
Right, there we go. Also joining us is Bob Roode.
Glorious.
Yeah, cheers, Bob. Thanks for coming. Right then, feuds we'd like to see. A bit different. Normally it's one feud. But this time I've asked them all to plan a pay-per-view. I have given them 10 random wrestlers each, so a total 30 different wrestlers. They're going to have to plan 5 one-on-one matches. They have 3 gimmicks that they need to fit into that match, and they have 5 objects that the feuds need to be around. And I've also given them a location. I was going to go through them all, what they've got, but I don't think I'm going to. Let it be a surprise for everybody. So they need to tell me, basically, they need a name of the pay-per-view, why the pay-per-view is where it is. They need to then give me the 5 matches. We're going to do it in order. So I'm going to do everyone's opening match, everyone's second match, everyone's third match, everyone's fourth match, everyone's main event. Each match, you basically have to verbalize an opening video package, is what I would say, of the feud. And then tell me who wins at the end of the match. And then at the end, I will decide who the winner is of this week's feuds we'd like to see. Do we all understand what is happening?
Yeah.
Yeah. Terry Peters, do you understand what's going on?
Yeah.
Bit of enthusiasm, maybe.
I mean, I ain't prepared anything, so yeah, we're all good.
Right then. Who wants to start? Right, all we're doing at the start is you're gonna tell me the name of the pay-per-view, and then you're gonna tell me why it is in your chosen location. Obviously, tell us what location it is, tell us why it is there. Who wants to start?
I'll go first.
Right, Aaron is starting. Aaron, what is the name of your pay-per-view?
You're gonna be thinking I'm ripping off here, but it has a good meaning behind where it is. So pay-per-view is called Judgment Day.
Oh,
right, because it's based in Tromsø, Norway. Everyone who knows about Norway know that Lutheranism is the biggest religion. And I'm going to get my facts up here because I don't want to be annoying the people in Norway. But for Lutherans, Judgment Day is the day when Jesus will return to earth. But also, all the bodies of Lutherans will be resurrected and reunited with their souls in heaven on that day. So So we'll get into more going on when we get further on of why that's the case.
Good stuff. Strong opening as expected from our resident Feuds like to see champion. I'm going to go to you next, Terry, because that's just the order I've written you down in. Terry, tell us the name of your pay-per-view and why is it where it is?
Doomsday in Dudley.
Doomsday in Dudley. Love that.
And it's in Dudley, England, and it's
That's just like any other day in Dudley, isn't it?
Oh, that's why it's called Doomsday in Dudley. Absolutely right. No offense to the people that live in Dudley, but
I think it means every offence to the people in Dudley.
So yeah, there you go.
Lenny Henry, he's from Dudley.
Lenny Henry's all right, I guess.
Tyler Bate, isn't he from Dudley? Or was it Pete Dunne? One of them.
One of them, but yeah.
One of them's from Dudley.
But they both moved out of Dudley, and I assume Lenny Henry has as well, probably because, as I said, it's Doomsday in Dudley. So
why is it in Dudley?
Because they wanted a pay-per-view where it would feel like the place. Doomsday. Has anyone been to Dudley on the wrestling on the call here?
No, it's near Birmingham, isn't it, Dudley?
Yeah, they all think like this.
I've been to Wolverhampton.
I'd imagine it's a bit like going to Orchard Park in Hull.
I'm off to Doomsday in Dudley.
There we go. And Lou, the name of your pay-per-view, please.
Well, a bit annoying
where it is.
Because Terry should do an accent for it, but I don't believe I can. Because you've given me Pyongyang in North Korea. And obviously it's there because, Kim Jong-un just has a lot of money. Well, no, he doesn't, but he just pretends he does. And wrestling companies have got no morals. He said, will you do a pay-per-view? Yeah, I'm friends with Dennis Rodman, which is, he's been doing the wrestling before. I recommend you guys. And the Bischoff had to be like, actually, we shut down like 20 years ago. But Vince McMahon was like, son of a bitch, North Korea, let's do it. And because of the person in the main event, the name of the show is Kim Jong Undertaker.
Right. Right, I've changed. I'm on the fly.
Doesn't really make sense because that's the name of the person. Not a show, but you can't really can't pass up on like
that. I've changed it up on the fly. What I'm going to do is I'm going to rank each section, and you're going to get a point, and the winner at the end is going to have the most points.
Oh, right. Okay, how were we doing it before?
Well, I was going to just decide at the end.
No, I think you should give us. I'm just making you rules for you. I think you should give us out of 5.
Out of 5 for each one.
For each one.
Okay. So, Judgment Day in Tromsø, Norway. I understand the sentiments behind it, Aaron, but I'm going to have to give you a 3 because Judgment Day has already been used. Doomsday.
But the research on the Lutheran Church was.
Well, that's why it's got 3 points.
Yeah.
That was the 3 points.
The religious are going to be hating this show already.
Doomsday in Dudley, St. Peters. I'm going to give you 2 points because I feel like it's a direct reaction to Judgment Day.
Oh, what?
And you lost a point for that god awful accent.
I don't know what you mean, boys.
Right, but I don't know why.
Can you lose another point for doing it again?
He's got to. Lou's getting 4 points for King Undertaker. Oh, absolutely ridiculous. It's fair to say I've decided all the wrestlers, and it's not been random whatsoever. I genuinely thought and picked them, and I think I've screwed Lou with a lot of them.
Well, we'll do the best we can.
Right then, so we've got our pay-per-view names, and we've got where it is. So first match then, we will start with our lowest ranking person is Terry Peters. Tell me your opening match of Doomsday in Dudley.
Because no one wants to be there, because it is Doomsday in Dudley. We're going to open with Big Show and Chuck Palumbo because no one wants to see it. And it's out the way, and it can only get better.
Do you know what I should have done? I should have told you all of these in private, and then you wouldn't have known who was on each other's things, would you? Next one. So we've got Big Show versus Chuck Palumbo. Is it just a regular singles match, Peters?
Oh, yeah, we aren't throwing anything interesting in this one. Just get it done and dusted. It's over in about 20 seconds. Chuck Palumbo crashes his motorbike because he came back as a biker, didn't he? Big Show then takes full advantage of this, throws him into the ring, choke slams him, 1, 2, 3, done. And
what is the feud over?
Just no one want who
But
can win in
you've got 5 objects, Peters. Come on, you've done this before.
Yeah. What's it? I don't want to put any of them in yet.
Oh, so you're doubling up on objects, are you?
Yeah.
You have to use all 5, right? So
I don't know what one of them is, so I'm gonna have to Google it.
which one do you not know?
Mulch.
Are you on the mulch?
Is that like tripe or something?
Terry Gardner. He is not.
It's like what you put on your flowers and that, isn't it?
Oh, is that what? Oh, did I tell you I signed up to? I put my name down for an allotment.
Of course you have, because you're 95.
So I need to learn what mulch is then, if I'm going to be a good allotment keeper.
You need to save up all your poo.
Where's your
compost.
allotment? What are you planning on growing on this allotment?
Veg. Food prices are high. Save some money.
That's
What
exactly the reason why he's doing it.
Yeah. But what veg? I want to know details now.
I don't know, whatever I fancy. I tried a pepper the other week. It didn't go so well, but my basil is doing absolutely fine.
When you say you try the pepper,
I planted the seeds in the
because
ground.
to me,
Then went on.
that was the first time you've ever eaten a pepper.
No,
Bell pepper.
no. Bell peppers are
Do
fantastic.
you not have a garden, Peters? Do you not have can you not put a veg patch in your garden?
Yeah, I get loads of cats in there and there's shit everywhere.
Well, you can get a greenhouse. Can't you get them thingy greenhouses?
Yeah, but allotment's
Can't grow
cheaper.
carrots in a greenhouse.
Allotment's cheaper.
But allotments are sought after, and in London, an old man killed another old man to get him up higher on the allotment list. True story.
I won't be doing that.
So no, I'm saying watch your back,
The allotment
Peters.
To be fair,
You're number 2 in the allotment race. So some old fella might try and do you in.
to be fair, the Met Police probably know it is and are about to get investigated for it for not telling anybody. So classic Met Police.
It's absolute slander from Terry.
Fucking
Peters.
useless, aren't they?
Might not have been in London, so you might have just slagged off the Met for no reason.
I have not slagged off the Met for no reason.
And right then, we'll go to whoever's second. So Terry Peters is starting with Big Show versus Chuck Palumbo in just a regular singles match, and he's already ripped up the format because he's not chosen an item. I can choose an item if you want me to. No, Peters, it's your pay-per-view, but all 5 items have to be used.
Yeah, that's fine.
We're going to go to whoever is current second place. Aaron, what's your opening match?
So my opening match, because it's where he deserves to be on the card, if he deserves to be on the card at all. Dean Malenko. Opening up against Commander Aziz in a special guest referee. Special guest referee is Christian V, who is going to play a big part in the match. Because I know this. Let me just get the dates correct. In 1687, he banned all Jews from Norway. So obviously, he's not happy that Dean Malenko's come across to Norway with him being Jewish.
Jewish.
Yes, Dean Malenko's Jewish. Google it. So they're obviously going to go at it. And Christian V's going to get dirty. He's going to use some cream cheese to distract Dean Malenko because he's also lactose intolerant. So, yeah, Commander Aziz gets the win with some dirty tactics from Christian V.
With the cream cheese, him getting involved.
With the cream. Yeah.
That's how his list of items.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, it was. I was just trying to work out where that came from.
Commander Aziz picks up the win. Oh my god, this is the best episode I've ever done. Yeah, right, Lou, you're in the lead. Can you stay in the lead? What is your opening match?
Well, I'm going to set the scene first for us because obviously we're at the Mayday Stadium in Pyongyang, which I believe is the biggest stadium in the world.
200,000 people, something like that.
150,000 people. So there's only been the site of one legendary match, Antonio Inoki versus Ric Flair. But anyway, and then it's raining, it's pouring, there's lightning flashing everywhere, and all of a sudden the weather just opens up because Kim Jong Un, as we all know, can control the weather. So he's set the scene. He's in there. He's in the box, obviously, with Vince. They're in the box watching the show together, and Michael Cole goes, "Welcome to the progressive city of Pyongyang, North Korea. Wonderful, wonderful host city." And then you just say, "Are you a fucking strawberry?" And then Conan comes out, walking in for the opening match, gets in the ring. And then Kim Jong Un stands up and goes, fuck this, and has him executed.
So he's not against anyone. So your opening match is Conan dies.
Kim Jong-un was like, he paid for the fucking Undertaker. And he's getting pissed and corner on the first match. He's not having it.
You control the weather. I'm assuming you're striking off the weather.
Yeah.
Kim
Jong-un can control the weather. That's a known fact.
Okay, right. Interesting stuff. Right, so Terry Peters went first. We had Big Show vs Chuck Palumbo. Just a singles match. He's not chosen to use an object. And Bob Peters, that is middle of the road, 3 out of 5 for me. Chuck Palumbo versus Big Show.
Fine.
Solid, I think, opening match.
Thank you.
Pros. Aaron then went next. Is Demolenko versus Commander Aziz. And do you know what? He's getting a 4 out of 5 for the for the research. You can't argue with research.
Historical facts.
Yeah, can't argue with facts. It's on paper, innit?
And Lou, you've not got a match.
But I do have a summary execution. So
You've got a murder. But it is good. Who I put in there just to see how you would deal with that. I liked the use of the weather. 3 out of 5.
That's outrageous.
3 out of 5 for the murder. And look, you get to start with your second match.
Right, my my second match. So obviously we just had the first match. Kim Jong-un's not happy, and Vince is just sat in the executive box. Like, he's looking a bit uncomfortable now. Like he's going to get a dispute with him and have to keep all the wrestlers on a plane on the tarmac if this continues, because Kim Jong-un's refusing to pay right now. Is what's happening. But it's like I am pretty hungry, and Vince is like, God damn, get this man a pineapple. So Kim Jong-un. Well, Kim Jong-un's never had a pineapple before because they don't live in North Korea. So he just bites into it, just cuts his face because it's just a big spiky pineapple. And Vince is like, no, damn it. So Kim Jong-un's pretty upset. And Vince is like, well, do you know what? Maybe, we'll just get a man you've got a lot of common with, a lot of the same views, a lot of the same opinions. Hulk Hogan comes out.
I believe it's Hollywood Hogan though, Lou.
Yeah, but then that's because Kim Jong-un's like, because obviously his mouth's all cut up and all this pineapple. So Hollywood Hogan's like, I don't know what to do. Turns around and just gets it all black and white. So now he's Hollywood Hogan.
Okay.
And what was more of a dream match than Hulk Hogan versus? I think you give me the two wrestlers, Ross, and I might as well do it. One of the favorite sentimental match. I think we all want this match. So Hulk Hogan, Hollywood Hogan. Sorry, it could have happened around WrestleMania 18, but it didn't for political reasons, and no one knows politics better than North Korea. So Deuce comes out in the car from Monopoly is to come get the actual Deuce and Domino car.
Oh, you're using two. You're using two things.
Two in one. Yeah, so Hollywood Hogan and Deuce have a match. And then the massive piece of human Deuce wins it. So Hollywood Hogan wins it because he's jobbing. Brother. Kim Jong-un's like, that's my kind of guy. And Kim Jong-un joins the NWO.
Oh, there we go. Kim Jong-un's the NWO. Hogan's beat Deuce, who came out with the Monopoly car.
Yeah.
Because Kim Jong-un bit into a pineapple and cut all his face.
He didn't know what a pineapple was. Right? Vince gave him this exotic fruit as a gift.
Excellent stuff. Yeah. Terry Peters, what is your second match?
We've got, it's also 2-1, by the way. We've got, who do we have? Raven versus Kevin Thorne. In the Battle of the Animals, because Kevin Thorne is obviously a vampire, so he turns into a vampire bat. Right. And Raven's a raven, isn't he? So, Raven was in his nest, in his nest in the trees, just chilling out. Fucking bat came in, flew in, just fell in there, didn't it? Turned into Kevin Thorne, ruined the nest, broke up the birds, the raven's nest. So because of that, we're having, and it ruined the family home as well, didn't it? Ruined everything that was in it. So because of that, Raven now needs to make a new home. So having a mulch on a pole match.
A bag of mulch on a pole.
So because of that, Raven needs some mulch to grow a new home, or grow plants to help him grow his new home. And Kevin Thorne wants it just so he can make Raven stink of mulch and help. And then he'll salt the earth or something afterwards so nothing else grows.
Love the Simpsons reference.
Thank you. And then it's on a pole because why not? Let's have it on a pole. Because they can both fly to the pole. So it's who's got the better wings, the bat or the bird.
The age-old question: who's got the better wings, the bat or the bird?
And it is Kevin Thorne that wins.
Kevin Thorne.
So Raven has no house anymore. The bat wins, and then in a plot twist, he then sucks all of Raven's blood as well. And Raven's family cry.
Right, there we go. It is doomsday indeedly for Raven's family.
Exactly, and that's why it's a doomsday, because, then the bats might take over.
Right, there we go. It makes sense. I like it. I like how it's all tying together. Aaron, what is your second match?
So we're going to go straight in. Boiler Room Brawl in hell. I've got to stick with the religious theme.
Love it.
It's going to be Roddy Piper versus Kevin Owens. Just two men just want to go at it. Both think they're the best fighter of their generation. So, just a big fight. Going to be a billiards table in the ballroom, because it's hell. Anything can happen in hell. So there's a billiards table there. They're just going at it, just trying to prove that they're the best fighter. Then out of the fairness comes Hornswoggle. He's a little demon, isn't he? With some scatter cushions. And
we're using them all.
Yeah, just gets Hornswoggle gets the win. So, buried two big stars, put over an up and coming star.
Why did Hornswoggle have the scatter cushions?
He wanted a pillow fight.
Roddy Piper versus Kevin Owens. Boiler Room Brawl. Using a billiards table.
Yeah. So
out of hell comes Hornswoggle with some scatter cushions, starts a pillow fight and wins the match.
Anything can happen in hell. Have you seen Nightmare on Elm Street in the dreams? That's in hell, isn't it? Ballroom. Anything can happen.
Right. There we go. Hornswoggle wins.
Yeah, unexpected.
Yeah, I feel you.
Big pop for Hornswoggle.
I'm interested to see now you've got an odd number of wrestlers and how you gonna get.
Well, I bet you are.
Right then, Lou. What is your? Oh no, we've done your third match, haven't we? Yeah, second match. Right. So, Lou, you started with Hollywood Hogan versus Deuce. Turns out that King John Owen has joined the NWO,
and he also didn't know what a pineapple was. So. Points for that, please.
Interesting one. You've used
who is there a bigger heel on the planet than Kim Jong Un? I ask you this.
No, do you know what? Right, all three of you, I am impressed with the story of the pay-per-view running through the card. Love that. Look, Hollywood Hogan versus Juice. Do I want to see Hollywood Hogan versus Juice? Don't think I do.
Son of Jimmy Snooker.
Yeah, no deuces.
So it's an intergenerational clash.
This is not the match I thought you'd put Hollywood Hogan in. Out of your list of wrestlers, that was just a regular match, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was. Yeah,
Hogan versus Deuce. Right. So again, I'm going to go middle of the road. I'm going to give it 3 out of 5.
Oh, that's just disgusting.
Terry Peters
joined the NWO. It's just.
I feel like that was obvious though.
Yeah.
Terry Peters, you've got Raven versus Kevin Thorne in a mulch on a pole match. Is this a bag of mulch? How much mulch are we talking?
It's a bag of mulch.
It's a bag of mulch.
It's a big old bag of mulch.
Raven needs to make a new nest. Kevin Thorne smashed it up. It's answered the age-old question of bird versus bat. And then another murder. Raven's dead. Peters, I would quite like to see Raven as Kevin Thorne in a mulch uphill match where Kevin Thorne murders Raven at the end in front of Raven's family. 4 out of 5.
and Andy Salt's there.
Yeah, right. So you've got, that's tipped it to 4 out of 5 instead of 3 out of 5 because you give a classic Simpsons quote.
Thank you.
And Aaron, you've got Roddy Piper as Kevin Owens in a boiler room brawl, which is interrupted by Hornswoggle, who wins. I assume now Roddy Piper and Kevin Owens are destined to be in hell forever.
Yeah, they don't get out of hell.
Yeah,
but it is Judgment Day, so anything could happen.
Anything could happen.
If the Almighty One returns and brings everyone back to life. So.
Okay.
So you got to stick with the religious scene. That's what they believe in. You can't knock a religion. It's facts.
4 out of 5. 4 out of 5 for Aaron with his ridiculous triple threat match. Right then. We'll go back to Terry because I can't remember what order we're in. Terry, what is your third match?
We're gonna have Corporate Kane against Just Incredible.
Oh, right, okay.
Over raw meat.
Why is it over raw meat?
Because Kane's denying that raw meat is a thing. He doesn't believe in raw meat. He believes it's just been put here through a vaccine and grown in a lab.
Right, okay.
So, and Just Incredible, obviously, as we know, he's very extreme.
The chef as well, Just Incredible.
He is. There you go. So he knows his meats. Knows how to cook some raw meat and what is pure raw meat and what is lab grown meat. So yeah, it's over that because Kane is a fucking idiot, basically. And again, he thinks Doomsday is coming because everyone's got a chip in their head and grows raw meat in a lab. Just Incredible is there to prove him wrong and slaps him constantly with the meat during the match. And he hits him. Just Incredible wins by burying Kane in chicken dippers.
Uncooked chicken dippers.
Uncooked chicken dippers. And then he sets Kane on fire and cooks a steak on him.
Right. Okay.
So he cooks steak properly as well to medium, between rare to medium rare. Because again, when it's lab grown, you can only have it well done, and no one's fucking well done lab grown steak. So Corporate Kane is also dead.
Is this just a singles match, Sir Peters?
Yes, it is. Yeah,
it's a singles match.
With the ref, there's a ref bump, obviously, so he gets buried in the raw chicken dippers.
Of course, yeah.
The ref
decided to do refers.
We'll have good friend Randy Anderson.
Right, yeah, nice. Imagine if Randy Anderson got bumped out of the ring. So Just Incredible could cover Corporate Kane.
And obviously the meat only got there because the government dropped it in.
Right.
The government dropped it in, it injected it all into the air, which magically appeared and fell on Kane and made him lose. And then, like I say, gets set on fire and gets a steak cooked on him.
Right, there we go. Strong third match from Terry Peters. We'll go to Aaron. We'll go to you next. What's your third match?
Okay, so we know it's Judgment Day, right? So Tommy Dreamer comes out to the ring, cuts a promo, and he's saying that Judgment Day it's all fake. So the crowd are booing. It's 67% of the Norway population are Lutheranism. So they're not happy. They're not happy. And suddenly we just say, "Ooh, yeah!" And some like Undertaker type fellas like just carrying a casket down to the ring, and they open it up, and it's Macho Man Randy Savage is a dead body just in the coffin, and then suddenly you just see Randy Savage's spirit fly down from the rafters, brings him to life. Randy Savage, obviously big pop, because it's the face in this situation. Fighting for the 67% of the audience. Randy Savage gets the win because you can't have someone come to the ring in Norway saying that the religion's fake. So, gotta let the face get the win.
Right, there we go.
That's the match. Yeah.
Randy Savage beats Tommy Dreamer after rising from the dead.
Yeah.
Love the fact that you do.
That's what happens on Judgment Day.
This is good. This is better than I hoped it would be. Do you know what? I just put Tromsø Norway down because I just thought it'd be funny. I didn't know that it had such links to Judgment Day. Lou, what's your third match?
Well, obviously, Kim Jong-un's been patched up a bit by now. He's got a few cuts around. Obviously, he's recovered from the pineapple. Everyone's into his first match, and then the glass shatters. And you just turn around, and Vince is just head in his hands because he's dropped Kim Jong-un's drinks. It's like, damn it. This is even more of a disaster than before. So Kim Jong-un obviously sat there in his NWO t-shirt, pretty annoyed at this point. He's like, it's time we got some discipline. So he brings out Colonel Robert Parker for the next match. It's actually Colonel Robert Parker in kayfabe, since retiring from wrestling, has actually been a high-ranking North Korean general. So that's the thing. He's like, well, I'm going to bring out my specialty match. It's a Kennel from Hell match.
Yeah, right, okay.
And it's like, Vince, got to pick any opponent, you want dead or alive. And Vince goes, Andre the Giant. So, Colonel Parker versus Andre the Giant. Andre is walking into the ring. It takes a while because he's a big lad, and obviously he's been the Mayday Workers Stadium in Pyongyang, North Korea, as capacity 150,000. It's a big old stadium. So it takes a while. It takes a good 10 minutes. While this is happening, Vince is like, oh, sorry, Kim Jong, Mr. Un, I'll clean up your drinks. Because obviously he's making a right spill in the executive box of the Mayday Pyongyang Workers Stadium. But yeah, so then to get in the ring, Carol Parker's like, release the hounds. Turns out Andre the Giant scared of dogs as well as snakes. So he runs out, and Carol Parker wins by a count out.
What in the Kennel from Hell match?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. But then Kim Jong-un's like, Carol Parker, you've been doing pretty well during this and in the North Korean army. So he leaves as Major Carol Parker. I don't know if that's the right way. I hope it is.
Right. Okay. So
the next one, we'll go Captain. Yeah. Captain Robert Parker. Yeah.
TP started with Corporate K vs Just Incredible in the singles match, where they started fighting over raw meat because Kane denies it exists. Terry Peters, I love your political edge.
Thank you.
What could we give that? However, you said there was a ref bump that involved Randy Anderson, and with good conscience, I cannot give high points to Randy Anderson being hurt.
I've got an issue with Terry's story.
What's your issue with Terry's thing?
Well, I believe that the government were the ones who dropped in the meat.
Yeah.
I don't believe that this government would give food to a deprived area. I feel like it's too unrealistic.
Fair point.
Political things. Yeah. So for that reason, Peters, you're going to get a middle of the road 3 out of 5. Aaron, you have Tommy Dreamer slagging off the crowd. Outcomes.
And not just slagging off the crowd, slagging off their religion.
It's like slagging off 67% of the crowd.
Yeah.
About their religion.
I love the demographic talk. I just like how very few spend like,
yeah, because the rest is made up of like the usual like Catholics and Christians.
What is it? Like question time? They've gone for like an exact demographic of the Norwegian population.
Very, very few Jews. Obviously, Dean Malenko being one of them. Just because what's happened in the past.
Well, yeah, you can't trust them, can you? Who knew Norway was such like that? He goes against Randy Savage, who resurrects in a coffin.
Judgment Day. Anything can happen.
I don't know what's it. It's just a singles match in it. Tommy Dreamer.
Yeah.
Randy Savage wins. I'm going to give you 3 out of 5 because I feel like you're pandering to the 67%. And the brave booker would have put Tommy Dreamer over.
Oh, you can't do that. You know, it's a special show. First big show in Chomsky. You can't do that to the crowd, can you?
Lou, you've got Kayla Robert Parker versus Andre the Giant in the Killer from Hell match. First of all, you said Kayla Robert Parker was a high-ranking general in the North Korean army.
Well, you know, I mean,
Colonel Robert Parker was a high-ranking general.
it's one of the lads, and they got different ranks in North Korea.
And then it ended by Andre the Giant getting counted out, which I think we can all agree was a terrible move. 2 out of 5.
Scared of dogs.
2 out of 5.
Scared of dogs.
2 out of 5 for Lou.
Can't get promoted. He's captain.
He's still not a general. He's still not what his job's to.
You're not higher. I don't know what's higher.
I'm sorry, Lou. I cannot. A Killer from Hell is a cell and a Hell in a Cell. I cannot have a walkout.
I use the glasses, so
yeah, use the glasses. Right then. Who starts this one? I believe it is Aaron starting this one.
Cool.
Aaron, your 4th match.
So we have a four-sided screen comes down over the ring. Yeah. And so obviously all 4 sides of the arena can see what's going on. And then we cut to the Alfheim Stadium, which is the big stadium in Tromsø, home of the Tromsø Trailblazers, who are an American football team. And there we cut to a segment of The Rock and Pat McAfee. Come on hard times, both of them. And Rock's career's gone down the shitter. Too many bad films with Kevin Hart. Pat McAfee, just there for a good time, but they're trying out for the Tromsø Trailblazers. Things get heated. Going 1-on-1. Rock wins one round. Pat McAfee wins the next. You know, just head to head. It starts to get heated because they think they're better than each other. So it breaks out into fight in the middle of the pitch. So it's a no false count anywhere match, obviously, because it's not in the arena, it's in the stadium. And to get the big pop, because we know we love the big pops. Pat McAfee wins. He is the better football player.
Right. So it's the Rock v Pat McAfee in a football-related contest.
Yeah, because they're both ex-football players. Yeah.
Maybe not how I would have used The Rock.
Oh, just you wait till I'm in. You know, The Rock gets a big pop, doesn't he? You can't be putting over the older talent. You gotta put your current people out there. He's got to get a big win over The Rock, hasn't he? You know,
right, there we go.
Push him on that trajectory. World champion.
Lou, you're next. All right, so we'll go back up to the box, obviously, where Kim Jong-un and Vince are watching this match. We're watching this pay-per-view unfold, and obviously Vince is pretty uncomfortable now because he's dropped all the drinks. Yeah. He's accidentally made him cut his mouth on a pineapple. He's getting pretty nervous.
Yeah, I can see, yeah.
So Kim is like, Mr. Un, is there anything else I could do to make this pay-per-view better for you? and Kim Jong-un's like, well, actually, I won't mind a TLC match.
Oh.
It's like, TLC match, I'm just the right people for that. And then it's here to show the world. Dolph Ziggler comes out.
Yeah.
He's one of them. And then he's like, right, I got someone else who can really compete in a TLC match. Someone's pretty extreme, pretty hardcore, the ECW legend. Stone Cold Steve Austin. So Steve Austin comes out. They get all the ladders out the ring. And we hang the Smoking Skull Championship above the ring. That's what they're fighting for here. So there's ladders out, tables are out, and the chairs are out. And then Vince McMahon's like sat back looking really pleased with himself. What a match this is going to be. And then Kim Jong-un starts maniacally laughing. It's like, I don't know what's funny. He's having a good time. That's great. He goes, TLC. You thought I meant tables, ladders, and chairs. It's like, well, of course. It's like, well, this is North Korea. TLC stands for the labor camps. And then with that, they just got to wear overalls to get handed pickaxes. And he just, we work all day, we work all night. And they get marched out of the arena.
So there's no winner. So Dolph Ziggler and Stone Cold are now like getting coal or something.
Yeah. A North Korean labor camp.
You say that I misuse The Rock. I believe Lewis misused Stone Cold. So, it's bear that in mind.
Some poor scores coming here for Tay Peters, this is your chance to take the lead. What's your fourth match?
So Z Gangster comes out and cuts a promo and says it feels like he's in prison because he's in Dudley.
Yeah.
Well, he would know.
A man that's been in prison comes out. Booker T. And oh my word, do they ramp up the stakes? He challenges him to a Punjabi prison match to see who the tougher inmate is. And not only is this a Punjabi prison match, this all started as well because Z Gangsters, he's a little bit of a whinger. And he was whinging that he bought the cheap wrapping paper backstage to give Booker T a present. To say, well done, you've turned your life around. He bought, at 99p for 10 meters and you cut it and your thumb goes through it. Instead of spending his money on, the textured stuff, the nice, thick stuff. So Booker T comes out and not only does he challenge into a Punjabi prison match, in there he set up a present making table, a present wrapping table. So the match kicks off with who can wrap the present the quickest with the best wrapping paper. And then whoever wraps it the quickest gets to keep the wrapping paper as a weapon. And it all ends up that Booker T wins. He's the quickest wrapper of the two because his scissors were sharper. We'll get to that Monday Night Raw the night after. And he wraps the gangster up as a little present and puts a bow on him and ships him off out of the company, never to be seen again.
Right, there we go. And
he wins the Punjabi prison match. So Booker T is a tougher inmate because he can wrap up presents and better than Z Gangster can.
I feel like Terry should lose points for not referencing Debo.
Referencing what?
Debo.
Debo.
So Z Gangster played in Friday. Can you not remember my a few months ago?
Oh yeah. I've had a few sleeps since then, but yeah, it does ring a bell.
Right. So Aaron started with The Rock versus Pat McAfee it's not even a match, it is a football related task.
Yeah, but it breaks out into a false count anywhere match, doesn't it?
But that Pat McAfee wins.
Yeah. Gotta get your younger stars over.
Right. I'm going to give it 3 out of 5 for the fact that I don't want Pat McAfee cannot beat The Rock. I don't care what contest it is.
it just happened. So,
Lou, you've gone for Dolph Ziggler vs Stone Cold in a TLC match. But nobody wins because it's not actually tables, ladders, and chairs. It is the labour camps. And you get matched out in overalls with pickaxes. Right. See, I don't know how to score this because you should get 1 point for the match.
No, the thing is, Ross, what I've done is I've created an international incident that's bound to get WWE publicity left, right, and centre.
Probably not for the right reasons.
Press conference next to him, Biden's like, you got Stone Cold Steve Austin. Like, can't remember his name, probably calls him Colston. Do you know what I mean? It's human. But can't do it. He was trying to use chocolate chip and chuck ice cream. And yeah.
Right. Because it pops the boys, 3 out of 5. I think you've both probably right, Lou, you've had Hogan, Andre the Giant, and Stone Cold, and they have all faced Juice, Keller Roback, and Dolph Ziggler.
One of the young guys ever. strong mid-card.
Terry Peters, you have the Gangster versus Booker T in the Punjabi prison match to see who the toughest prisoner is. Turns out it's Booker T because he's better at rapping. The answer to the question is, do I want to see Z Gangster versus Booker T in a Punjabi prison match? The answer is yes, 4 out of 5. Is that a match that I would buy a pay-per-view to watch? Yes, it is. Right then, who's Lulios starting this time? I think the main event.
Main event.
So
Right.
if you haven't used all your objects, you need to use all your objects in this match.
Yeah. I will do.
I know what's coming.
Right, so obviously, Vince is just sat
see
there.
who you've got left.
Vince is just sat there. And he's like, God damn it, Stone Cold Steve Austin's just been sent to a goddamn labor camp. Like, he's absolutely fuming. And Kim Jong was like, now it's a party. Now we're having a good time here. And then we cut to the video package where it's like, and it's like, my way. This is my way, obviously, is the tune, and it's building up to Terry Funk versus the Undertaker. And then in the video package, Terry Funk's like, I ain't gonna sit down for anyone, especially not some spooky skank like the Undertaker. And then dong, because the Undertaker's walking through naked. But then puts his dong away, and he's like, Terry Funk, you call me a fucking spooky skank. I'll show you the real spooky skank, yes. And then it's just sat in a dark room, slides a suitcase onto a desk, opens it slowly. What's in there? Some fishnets, a bra, and some panties. Terry Funk, it's time. You think you got me a spooky skank? I'll defeat.
The voices that do it for me.
I'll defeat you in a bra and panties match.
One person you won't use to. I don't know how you're going to fit him in.
See who the real spooky skank is. So Terry Funk comes out best. Kim Jong-un, by the way, lapping himself now. He's like, yes. And then I'm like, yes, he loves it. Comes down in his evening gown, obviously. Terry Funk. Like, fuck you, Undertaker. You choked like me out my tubes. And now I'm going to strip you down to your bra and panties and your fishnets, spooky king. And Undertaker comes out. It's a really long entrance there.
Yeah.
And it's even longer because, he comes down, but Kim Jong-un's controlling over still. And obviously, Undertaker's in a ball gown, as you would be. It's right upon his match. Just as a little scare lift for a laugh, Marilyn Monroe style. So Kim Jong-un's having a great time. Just puts a draft of wind up there. Hope scares the Undertaker. Completely unnecessary. But then they're having the match, and it's a back and forth brawl. It's barbed wire. It's a really bloody bra and panties match. In the end, the Undertaker is just the bra's out, but the fishnets and the panties are still covered. And then with that, he choke slams Terry Funk, and you think he's going to win. And then the lights go out again, and Vince McMahon at this point he's lost it with Kim Jong Un. He's like, God damn it, we're trying to put on a pay-per-view for you. You keep fucking with everything. You've sent a legend to a labor camp. You killed Conan. And you upskirted the Undertaker. God damn it. And Kim Jong-un's like, it's not me, man. It's not me. What the fuck are you talking about? The lights come back on. Who's there? But the San Francisco chicken, Pete Rose. And he's like, I can't get my revenge on Kane because he's not here. But I could do it on you, you fucking spooky skank. Tombstones. The Undertaker. And then Terry Funk's a bloody mess at this point, covered in blood, crawls out the power player. Like, oh, get through, you're fucking scared. And just grabs the scale. But he's that injured. It can't be happening. It just can't happen. And you said, new world order. New world order. Kim Jong-un appears in the ring. Hans is the Undertaker. Terry Funk wins. Show goes off the air. And then there's all the fireworks go off. And then, all the fireworks going around the Pyongyang Mayday Workers Stadium. It's a big event, obviously. And then Vince's like, fucking hell, that one's a big firework. And then Kim Jong goes, that's a nuke.
That's sick.
So he said, Jen's the show. Where's the nuke gone? Find out.
Oh, right. Well, and then it's a bit of a Oh, right. And well,
Kim Jong-un is a big WCW fan, so he just wanted World War III.
Yeah,
that's all he meant all this entire time. People think he's threatening world peace. He just wants 3 rings back.
Yeah, no, I feel it. Well, you well done. You used everything.
Yeah,
you used all the matches you have to. Terry Peters, I believe you have a match left and two objects.
I do indeed.
No, he's got a plan. Go on, Peters.
Chris Jericho has made the jump back across the forbidden door to WWE. Roman Reigns is in his 9th year of reigning as champion. He's still not dropped him.
Terry wins. What a promise.
I the reason I put that in
there. He's now wearing a beach towel for some reason. Just walking around with a little beach towel around his waist, like Val Venus, but better. So he's wearing that. And Chris Jericho comes back. And he's not just brought the scarf back and the list of Jericho. He's brought back a Doctor Who style scarf.
Nice. Tom Baker.
So you know the one. Fluffy, warm, probably itchy as well. But it looks like it'd have an annoying itch to it. So they then face off. We're having a title on the line here, by the way. We're going to have to become the unified WWE champion in 2031. So Chris Jericho will be. Oh, will Chris Jericho be in the title?
98. What? Jericho.
51 now, isn't he?
Yeah, so Chris Jericho will be 60, and he's still wearing his scarf. It's fine. There's a plan. And he's seen Roman wearing his beach towel, and he's done that thing that when you're in the locker room, that you just try and jerk the towel and go, get your little Roman out, and it wraps him around the back of the head with a scarf as well to boo. So when Roman's distracted with the towel because he's gone, so this goes on for weeks and weeks and weeks, and the production team on Raw count up how many minutes they've actually found Jericho winding him up. Turns out it's a 2 hours. 2 whole hours of Raw. It's a nearly full Raw show. Then it leads up to a Doomsday Iron Man match, where the main event is for the Unified Championships. 2 hours. And not only is it an Iron Man match, every fall you've got to try and take either the scarf off or the towel. And then at the end of the fall, the clock stops. Redress yourself. So it's almost like a bra and panties, but a towel and scarf match in a 2 hour Iron Man match. It goes one fall.
Classic.
One fall, and that's because Roman runs off and his towel falls down, and Chris Jericho goes and then just hits him with his towel, and then flosses his ass with his scarf like that, wraps it around Roman's head. Roman Reigns gets knocked out from the stench of sweaty gooch after 2 hours of wrestling. Jericho at 60 years old is your new unified world champion, and it's been Roman's doomsday in Dudley as well. He's been knocked out by gooch stench.
I think Terry's missed a trick there. Should have rubbed the scarf on his feet. So did anyone see the photos of Jericho's foot the other day?
Yeah, that was pretty grim actually.
I think that was fucking
grim
as fuck. Google it.
I could Google Jericho feet.
I think it's on his Instagram.
Yeah.
So yeah, there you go.
Right, so Y2J is the new champion after knocking Roman Reigns out with sweaty gooch.
Well, Roman Reigns knocks himself out, and then Jericho added insult to injury. After the 2 hour Iron Man match, which went 1-4.
Can we just have one more time you doing the noise that Jericho makes when he's getting him?
What?
Thank you.
You know the one, don't you? And he goes, and then when his towel falls down, he goes, whoa.
Right then, Aaron, the main event. From my list, I believe you've only got one wrestler left.
That is correct.
And you've got two. You've got one wrestler left. You don't have any match types left. You've got two items.
Don't need a
Gross.
don't need a match type.
Yeah. Right, there we go. Go on then. What is the main event?
And so the lights dim. And when the lights come back on, there's 12 dying roses laid out in the ring. Suddenly, Ric Flair's music hits. He's strutting down. It takes him about 50 years to get down to the ring. Because he's old and decrepit now. Comes to the ring and he announces to the crowd that he's been stuck in purgatory for 12 years. So he's been dead a while now. He's been stuck in purgatory for 12 years. And he's sick of having last matches. He announces that the roses represent each of his last matches that he's had in purgatory. And one per year. Because that's all he can manage. So he's saying, what do I do to get into heaven? And suddenly, you hear a choir, real peacefully singing. And out comes Jesus. But it's had a makeover. It seems that it's got Brock Lesnar's hair. He's got a beard, a big bushy beard, like Jesus beard. And then Brock Lesnar's little ponytail. He's stacked as fuck because obviously he's been training. It's Judgment Day, innit? Got to train for Judgment Day. You got to come and he's got to bring all these Lutherans back to life and let them go into heaven. He comes down. He says, "Ric Flair, the only way you can get into heaven is by acknowledging me as your Christ and Savior, because that's how you get into heaven. You can sin as much as you want in life, but to be able to get into heaven in Lutheran religion, you've got to acknowledge Jesus as your Christ and Savior." Ric Flair says, "Oh, I'm not acknowledging you. Just I acknowledge the women. Just live going on trains and doing what I do on trains." So anyway, they have a fight, like a big brawl. Jesus wins, grabs a microphone. He suddenly turns into an I Quit match. Don't know why. He's just shouting down the microphone, "Acknowledge me." Jesus wins, and Ric Flair acknowledges him as his Christ and Savior. Ends by Ric Flair flying off to heaven. You can go and rest in peace. No more final matches. We don't have to endure that anymore. So who's the real winner here?
It's a nice wholesome story. Actually, nice. Can imagine that being told at a Sunday school across the way.
Yeah.
Right. So let's start with Terry Peters. Y2J. There's Roman Reigns in an Iron Man match. 2 hours long. Technically a bra and panties match, but it was scarf v beach towel. And Y2J won because Roman Reigns got knocked out by Gooch Stank.
After his towel fell down.
Do you know what, Peters? If you'd have had a fall that wasn't courtesy of a Gooch, this would have been getting 5 out of 5.
Oh.
But I cannot, in all conscience, give an Iron Man match where the only fall is because of a Gooch 5 stars. So 4 out of 5 for Terry Peters.
Sensible decision.
Aaron, you have Ric Flair has been stuck in purgatory, in hell for 12 years.
No, purgatory. You haven't been in hell.
Purgatory for 12
Just
years.
sticking purgatory, yeah.
Purgatory for 12 years, doing last matches, and it is symbolized by 12 dying roses in the ring.
Yeah.
He then has an I Quit match against Jesus.
It was stacked and has hair like Brock Lesnar here.
It looks like Brock Lesnar. I was interested to see how you'd get that one in. Jesus wins, and Ric Flair finally gets peace and goes to heaven.
Who really gets peace? Is it Ric Flair or is it us? Not having seen him all last matches, so you know.
Well, because of this, and finally Ric Flair's put out his misery, and you can go do what he loves to do on trains.
Yeah, in heaven you can do what you want. So you could just sit on. You could literally just. You could just buy it like. Well, you probably wouldn't even have to buy one in heaven, would you? You could just probably just get a train pass. Just sit on trains for the rest of his life.
Strong ending. A wholesome ending. 5 out of 5.
Yes, the first 5 out of 5 of the night.
Lou, you've got the spooky skank Undertaker. There's
right.
Terry Funk. Do you know
Terry
what?
Funk.
I'm not even bothered that he didn't use Snakeskin Undertaker.
I forgot about that.
In the Brian Prentice match, I had a run-in from Pete Rose, a run-in from King John Owen, and then the world died.
It ended in total destruction of the world. That was great.
There was a nuke. I was going to give this 5 stars, but you did several voices in that match, so I'm going to break my own scale.
Whoa!
6 out of 5.
Thank you.
For Lou.
Thank you.
Incredible end to an incredible pay-per-view. 3 very strong pay-per-views, and I think this is, from the scores, very, very strong pay-per-views. Unfortunately, there does have to be a last place. With 20 points out of a total 30, unfortunately, it's Doomsday and Dudley. Say, Peters, you was let down. You was let down by the name. The Doomsday and Dudley is what let you down here.
Out of 10, what would you give it? A classic 6.5?
Yeah, it has to be. It's Terry Peters' pay-per-view. It has to be a 6.5. Because Terry Peters, your matches, 3 was the lowest.
Yeah, no.
In second place, with a score of 21,
10.
is King John Undertaker. You was let down by your non-finish in the Kayla Road Parker Andre the Giant Kennel from Hell match.
Yeah, I don't think any of them finished it. The main event. I made a count out and I didn't sleep.
And if it was anybody else apart from Conan dying, you probably would have got less points for that match. So out of 10, I think if I would want to see this, I would give this a 7.5. I think 7.5.
Oh, it feels harsh. Okay.
Purely for the end.
Yeah.
None of your matches got above a 4.
Just shenanigans. Oh, his last match got 6.
Yeah, well, apart from
the main event is...
Apart from the main event really absolutely saved you. And if you hadn't have done the voices, so that is a lesson to everybody here now. If you can do the voices, I will grade you. So the winner is Judgment Day, 22 points. Only 2 points in it. For me.
And reigning champion. That's all I'm saying.
It is the storytelling all the way through. It is the common theme. The Christ. And you know what, Lou? Right, you had a theme of Kim Jong Undertaker. I feel like, or Kim Jong Il, or Un, which one? Kim Jong Un, isn't it?
Yeah, of course. Kim Jong Undertaker. It's in the name.
Yeah. I feel like that was obvious with Pyongyang.
Yeah,
but did any of us know that Tromsø had a 67% majority religion?
God, people that have listened to tonight's show, you gotta admit that we're an educational show. You might learn something new every day.
So for that reason, I'm giving it a 9 out of 10.
I kind of want to visit Tromsø now. Not gonna lie.
Yeah.
Who's the real winner? Are we the winners? Because we'd have seen him all Ric Flair's final matches. Because over the next few years, we're gonna have to see more, aren't we? It's gonna happen.
Strong cards.
Or is religion the real winner? So.
3 matches I want to see out of these cards is The Gangster versus Booker T, the Punjabi prison match, because that needs to happen. Although I am very intrigued by mulch on the pole. Kevin Farn against Raven. I obviously want to see Ric Flair versus Jesus, and the match that I think would be the first thing I would watch on the Wrestling Around network is Undertaker versus Terry Funk in the Power Brothers match.
Thank you.
Good stuff of the return. A few you'd like to see next time, right? What I'm going to do is I'll give you a week's notice. I might add more wrestlers in. I might add more objects. I might add more gimmicks. I might give you more freedom. But I'm not going to put it in the group chat. I'm going to do it singly. So the first time you'll be hearing it is live on the show. Right, remember, the judge likes what he likes.
The judge can be bought as well. I forgot that this time.
The judge can be bought. That is the thing.
Let's check on that.
And you are the winner, Snakeskin. You know what I mean?
I didn't even mention the snakes. I could have got 7. All right.
You could have had the skill breaking 7. The judge likes his impressions, right?
Yeah.
Good impressions. The judge likes continuity. Wow. Good. What a show. Incredible show.
Yeah, it's all right, wasn't it? I mean, edited down, it's about 5 minutes long, but other than that, it was.
What do you mean editing down?
It was a good show.
Right. Next week we will do the return of what is it? What are we returning for? WCW. Bash at the Beach.
Bash at the Beach, 97.
1 year after we started following the story.
Yeah.
Holy fuck, did they reference that a lot?
Finally got there.
Yeah.
Right. Terry Peters, where can we find you?
You can find me Bell Nation everywhere.
Do you still stream Extreme Warfare Revenge?
No, but I could do to make mulch on a pole.
I think you need to do Doomsday and Dudley.
I was going to stream on Friday, and then I hurt my neck and shoulder and couldn't really sit in my chair. To the point where I actually had to help lift my own head up with my hands off the sofa because it was.
What did you do?
I literally sat in my chair at work at home.
I thought it was going to be some sort of allotment.
No. And then I went to
story.
then I went to turn the switch off where my laptop's plugged in when I work and couldn't get back up again because of the pain trying to lift my head up.
Why are you
80
years old?
Kelly was out all weekend, so she didn't find him till Monday morning.
Do you know what?
She went out Friday. Was like, have a good weekend.
Genuinely, she rubbed my shoulder and that made it worse. Like it was getting better. I put a DP on it. Made it worse. I think she actually caught, where the spasm was from, and oh my god. I almost jumped out the fucking
Was
roof.
it a trapped nerve?
I don't know. It was really stiff and horrible. I could literally move my head that's my feet. I could move my head there and feel it going here, and then I could move it there and feel it going. But yeah, I could move my head about 10 degrees.
Do you know what I'm picturing when you told me that story?
Deep ears.
No, the Simpsons episode. I think it must be a. I've got to my off. It must be a.
We had 3 in our bathroom
one.
last night and 2 outside trying to get in. Fucking moth bastard. I hoovered one up earlier as well. Yeah, but it must be a Treehouse of Horror one. It's the one where Bart, I think Homer upsets a gypsy, so she curses the family, and Bart gets a real long neck. He can't keep his head up. And at the end, Homer's like, well, everything worked out for the best. The match goes, Bart's dead. It's like, have you seen that Barnsley fan on Twitter where he went for a neck tattoo and got charged for a sleeve? And the guy goes, silly cunt, I'll knock you out. He goes, fuck off, I'll Chinese burn your neck. And you can see his neck. It's like that. I'll find it. It's brilliant.
Good stuff. Aaron, where can we find you?
Find me on the Rest Around Switch channel.
Yes.
where we will be starting Franklin's Retro Gaming.
Oh, very nice.
So get your suggestions in of games to play.
What are we talking? How retro? What?
Anything from like the 80s up to PS2. Wii.
Pong for me, please.
Pong.
Old school Pong.
Ah,
Literally anything. You name it.
Get your suggestions in then, and we will play it. Lou, where can we find you?
I forgot to answer them, didn't I?
yeah, I didn't say out.
Lou Markham. And but also, mess around where we play games.
You've got a new game coming up, I believe.
I do. It's called Rumbleverse. It's made by the same people that make Fall Guys. And it's just a big 40-person battle royal, but you can only wrestle. You can't like shoot or anything. So gonna give it a go after obviously week that wins the wrestling.
There we go. Find me at the RSM. You can find me or all of us at Wrestle Around, WRES Around or Wrestling Around, depending on from Facebook. It's only Facebook's Wrestling Around, isn't it?
Yeah, you gotta say you can go on facebook.com/wrestling, that still works. But search for the Wrestling
just
Around
Google
podcast.
Google Wrestling.
Yeah, I will when I've moved out of it, I'll start using the social media again. That's my plan.
That's the plan. But do we need it? Because we've jumped up 96 places in the UK wrestling chart.
Yeah, I don't know. We'll probably jump down again because I didn't, last week's didn't get uploaded till Sunday. But maybe Sunday's the best release date. We'll find out.
Thanks for your support, guys. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
We're all going to be fanging and banging after we beat Gangrel.
We did beat
Gangrel, yeah. Salty that he didn't get another to go on the show.
Yeah. we actually we beat Wrestling's the week as well, which I was very proud of.
There we go.
Yeah, we're doing all right.
Can we start a rivalry with them? Should we slag them off?
No, that's all cool. Wrestle. And they'll beat us up.
We don't want that.
No.
Right then. Terry Peters, thanks for joining us.
What?
No, you've had your chance now. Aaron, thanks for joining us.
Thank you.
Lou, thanks for joining us.
Said thank you.
Bob Brood, thanks for joining us.
Glorious.
Thank you, everybody, apart from Terry Peters, for listening. And join us next week for an episode of Wrestling Around.
I said thank you. I said thank you. I said thank you. I said thank you.
Spooky Skank.
And